Good morning. Bit of cloud around to make the sunrise all that more interesting. This morning I want to touch on an issue which I've covered many times because there's four basics I use in my life. Who do you listen to? Are you willing to change, willing to learn? Focus on your why and not your how, so training balance scale. And the four steps of consciousness: unconscious incompetence, conscious incompetence, conscious competence, and unconscious competence. So if going from you don't know to you don't know that you know. And today I want to touch on one that I always enjoy. It's one of my favourites. Are you willing to change? Are you willing to learn? And in that, I learned that 2010, 2011, 2012, somewhere around there. I've been working with it for a long time. And every now and again I'll come across information which takes it to a whole different level or a different way of expressing it, which makes more sense to me. And I was listening to a podcast yesterday and the girl took it another level, which I had. It's funny, you know this stuff, but you don't think about it until afterwards and you go, oh, yeah, that makes sense. We all have a light side and a dark side. And when we're willing to change or willing to learn, we take the opportunity to go into that dark side, embrace it, and nurture it back to a more positive, healthy aspect of ourselves. So we all have a healthy side, and we all have an unhealthy side. We all have an angel, we all have a demon. Most people want to look at they avoid their demon and only want to focus on their angel. Or the other is just as true as well. If someone's been really knocked around and really poor self-esteem, they will ignore the angel and only listen to the demon. So either way, we'll listen to the demon or we'll listen to the angel, but we're out of balance because we're not listening to both. And real change comes when we start doing the shadow work. We do the deep inner work. We do the transformative work where we go within, we accept we have a dark side, we look at our negatives. In a lot of work it's called asset liability or strengths and weaknesses. So some people will focus on their strengths but avoid their weaknesses. The true path into being an organic, evolving human, as opposed to an inorganic, mechanistic human, is we turn those weaknesses, those liabilities, into assets. We take something we don't like about ourselves, we embrace it, we nurture it. Not nurture it as in make it grow, but make it change to something that actually is of our benefit. So even things like reading The Art of War and understanding the art of war can help you with this. And in the podcast, the girl made a point which is very true. Most personal growth these days it's for profit. It's actually in the process of being put into into a system and done a certain way. We're losing the great truths, and the way to understand darkness is look at marketing. Marketing is designed to sell you something you probably don't need, or if it's a really heavy marketing campaign, selling you something that's probably not good for you, but it's good for somebody else. So service to self instead of service to others. So what we need to do, if you wish to grow as a human and develop your full potentiality, is go look at the things you don't like about yourself, even listen to what other people say. Sometimes they actually do give us insights. Most of the time it's their own bullshit, but listen to the insights. Look at the areas where your emotional, mental growth is stunted and embrace those. Go into them, look at them, and you don't have to understand where it came from. You don't have to do years of going, oh, my mum and my dad do this, my grandmother, my school teacher, blah, blah, blah. Get out of the blame game. Find the things that aren't working in your life, even people who have been horrendously abused. Stop focusing on the abuse and start focus on healing, focusing on the person you want to be, the energy you want to be. So I've tried to balance a little bit today where it's light enough for some of you and deep enough for those of you that want to pursue the esoteric. So go with it, and the truth is you need to go within. The answers are never without. You can get You can get signposts from the outside world. You can get signposts from listening to other people. Then you have to go within and dig it out for yourself and become a sovereign being. Because once you can stand on your own 2 feet,